Hello, America. This is Dave Galvin. I just realized the light's a little off. Let me lower some blinds. Yeah, that's much better. Can you see my face now? Yeah, I know. This is the money shot right here. Yeah, that's right. So I'm taking a break from barbecuing outside the Gas Monster 3000, as we call it now. And I'm taking a break to talk a little bit about what my experiences have been this past week. Because you see, we've had some issues with the RV because apparently in a carburetor, there's two screws that go into it that manage the flow of oxygen to fuel ratio. And I've very recently been informed by somebody that I'm missing those two screws. I've got the screws, I just don't know where they go. Or I put them in myself. So, we're in Lincoln City, Oregon as I record this. It is the 8th of August. And the whole engine was pop, 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 pop. It was backfiring because it's the thing's all jacked. And has not been fun. And as we were driving in, we were trying to find a place for RV to spend the night, and it's late. And my wife's on the phone trying to find a place that would take us. And we couldn't find a place because everyone was booked. And we're driving around. If you've been to Lincoln City, Oregon, you know when you first get into town, there's a Safeway right there to your right, a little strip mall. And I'm pulling in and I lose my power steering. So if you've ever driven a 1-ton vehicle with 0 power steering, don't do it. I'll tell you, not fun. So I lost it. I put the thing up for sale on Craigslist. And we ended up staying at the Lincoln City Value Inn, which is just on Highway 101. Just a little motel, nothing fancy. So my wife gets up, takes my son out early, and they have the continental breakfast, which consists of cereal, juice, toast. And she's talking to the girl behind the counter, and it turns out that her boyfriend's a mechanic, and he's going to come take a look at the RV. Turns out the problem with the power steering was just the, what's that called, a cable? A cable fell off. Who would have thought it? So all my cables were, he looked at all the cables and scratched his head and goes, how the hell did you make it in here? So he replaced all the cables, so they're all good. It actually sounds better. It actually sounds like it runs better. The engine purrs a little bit more, but I still got that poppity pop 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 because of the two screws. And I don't know anything about these two screws. And nobody in town will work on RVs. And I'm like, dude, it's a carburetor. Every single vehicle that isn't fuel injected has a carburetor. And you put the two screws, can you just somebody look at the damn thing? Nope, we don't work on RVs. I'm just pissed. Anyway, I just can't say enough about the Lincoln City Value Inn. They were wonderful to us. The owner of the place was all like, yeah, sure, make sure they're okay and make sure that their vehicle's running before they get on the road. The guy's name was Richard, who fixed it, and he was wonderful. I cannot say anything nicer about the Lincoln City Value Inn, period. If I didn't have an RV, I would have stayed there anyway. Let's talk about the flip side. The next day, as he's working on the RV, my wife gets on the horn. She speaks with a place called Logan Road RV Resort. Now, let's understand something. I hate these so-called RV resorts. If I'm spending $100 in gas to get to a city, I don't want to spend any more than $40 a night to lodge. Okay? They charge you out the yin-yang because, oh, we have a pool, we have a jacuzzi, look at us, we have a rec room, we've got Wi-Fi. And it's just, I don't care. The Wi-Fi, that's great, but I don't care about a pool, I don't care about a jacuzzi, I don't care about a rec room. I'm not going in an RV to sit down and use a rec room. Okay, I'd rather be in the middle of a forest with a campfire and just cook over it. That's, to me, the point. I mean, I want to camp, but I want to have amenities. I want to be able to watch TV. But I don't care about a pool. That doesn't do anything for me. So this resort is actually owned in part by Chinook Winds Casino, which is kind of across the street. And you are allowed to use their swimming pool. You're allowed to use their jacuzzi and all that. And the people who work here are pretty rude. I was just talking to my wife about how I don't want to come back here to this park. Just because everyone's kind of a jerk. So it starts with the manager knocking on the door at 11:30 this morning with a piece of paper in his hand. You guys gotta go! Get out of this spot! And my wife's like, what are you talking about? He's like, check it out! Get out! Time to go! And, well, my wife is like, dude, I was at the office when you opened at 9 this morning and paid for another day. And the guy goes, really? And she slams the door in the dude's face. So, if you are miscommunication, I get. Being a jerk about the miscommunication, I don't get. So, let's go with incident number 2. Park host, spot number 23. I have a hose with a wee bit of a leak in it. We have like 7 hoses. I just grabbed the wrong one on our way out of town. I should have grabbed the one next to it, but I grabbed this one instead. Whatever. It's got a little leak in the middle of the hose. It's not like it's a pull apart and going everywhere kind of thing. And so we had our water going because I was washing some dishes. And the guy's all freaking out. There's water going everywhere! Yeah, going everywhere! Open up, there's water going everywhere! And I'm like, just go away. Just go away. Alright? I don't mind talking to my neighbors around here, but dealing with these guys, you know, we're not going to do that. And let's talk about how they also pack us in like sardines in this place. It's seriously, it's like my neighbor to that side and my neighbor to this side, they both know how well my circumcision went 45 years ago. So I don't really care for that. I do not like Logan's, I'm going to call it Logan's Run RV. That's kind of how you feel like it. It's just that dystopian society. Logan's Road RV Resort. I'd be at Devil's Lake State Park right now, but they're booked. So that's my story. That's my vlog. Tomorrow I want to stay another day and hopefully get someone to look at the carburetor. But I don't know if that's going to happen at this point. I want to go down, just drive to Newport and just stay at the Elks Lodge. $15 in the back parking lot. You got full water. You got full power. Seriously. Why not? But I digress. Keep an eye on my Facebook page, Dave Galvin. Keep an eye on the Facebook page for updates. Until then, the moral of our story is we love Lincoln City Value Inn. Can't recommend them enough. So wonderful people. Wonderful people. I hate Logan's Run RV Park. RV Resort. Hate them. Hate them. I'm going to join Yelp just to complain. Carburetor, 2 screws. Poppity pop pop pop. Have a good day.